Miss Bree, and welcome to Story Time. We have an extra special story to read today. Are you ready to get started? Okay. This story is called Lagrita by Ainsley. Scarlet felt her heart drum against her chest as she ran for her life. It wasn't her fault the Children's Museum was closing in 5 minutes and the lights were almost all out. Scarlet lived in Frogtown, a small neighborhood in St. Paul. Today, she was at the Children's Museum for a Halloween party. She remembered the plan. Kids' Halloween party today, treasure hunt at the Big Hill on the 30th, and in 2 days, on Halloween, the best spooky story of the year is read aloud at the library. Dashing out the door, smiling at her friend's mom who worked there on the way out. Now this is Halloween, she thought. The only thing that would make this better would be living in a real spooky story. Little did Scarlet know, she was right in the middle of one. October 30th, the day of the scavenger hunt. Scarlet grabbed her gray sweatshirt, jumped when she saw the skeleton in the window, even though she knew it was there, and headed out the door. Stomping through the leaves, hearing them crunch, looking at the pumpkin on her neighbor's doorstep. Nothing can ruin this day. When she got to the hill, she signed up for the scavenger hunt and grabbed the list of stuff to find. First on the list was a burr. She took the left path to see if some burrs were still there. Sure enough, a small burr branch lay in the path. Scarlet froze, a sleek black shape out of the corner of her eye. A cold breeze, a crunch that sent shivers up her spine. "It's in your head! It's in your head!" Scarlet screamed. A black cat with green eyes streaked across the path. It paused near the bushes just in time to see Scarlet fall to the ground. It meowed and slipped into the tall grass. "Are you okay?" said a smooth, sweet voice. Scarlet stood up. The lady in front of her wore a fuzzy black shirt and leggings, with a headband that looked like cat ears, an attachable tail, and furry gloves that looked like paws. "She's in a cat costume!" "Don't you know it's too early for Halloween?" Scarlet joked, trying to keep the mood light. The woman smiled. "I know. I just love it." She made a rumbling sound and then walked away. Was that a purr? She must really be in character. Scarlet turned around to grab the burrs, but they were gone. Someone else must have gotten them. 1 hour later. She still hadn't found the burrs. What she had found was a pumpkin, an oak leaf, and a bottle cap. "There's the lady in the cat costume. I should say hi before turning in my paper. Hi, I was..." The woman turned around and her eyes flashed green. She made the rumbling sound again. "Scarlet," she spat. Scarlet smiled. "Nice costume effect. That glowing eye thing is really high tech." "It's not a costume," the lady said, glaring at Scarlet. "Oh yeah, I forgot," Scarlet said, hoping she didn't anger her by forgetting that she was in character. This lady must really love Halloween. "What's your name?" Scarlet asked, trying to be polite. "Lagrita," the woman said, her tail twitching. Almost as though it was real. Wait, real. This is real. The purring, the glowing eyes, the tail. Lagrita leapt cat-like through the air. Scarlet ran, yelling, cutting through the long grass. Lagrita followed, slashing her claws through the grass. "Why can't anyone hear me?" Scarlet screamed again. No one came. The sky was turning orange and pink. She heard the judges of the scavenger hunt announcing the winners. "I have to get there. Why can't they hear me?" Lagrita threw herself at Scarlet, but Scarlet burst in front of the judges, burrs clinging to her jacket. "Help!" she screamed at the top of her lungs. The judges stared at her in confusion. "A huge cat woman is chasing me!" The judges laughed. Scarlet looked behind her. The black cat with green eyes she saw earlier was across the path looking at her. Wait, the cat was there before I met Lagrita. That can't be a coincidence. Lagrita's the cat. How though? The only way would be she can shapeshift, just like a real spooky story. But no one will believe me. Well, she couldn't do anything about that right now. I probably imagined the whole thing, or did I? October 31st, Halloween, the day of the library spooky story read aloud. Scarlet sat in a circle with kids ranging from toddlers to what looked like high schoolers. Scarlet smiled. She was so glad Rondo Library was picked to host the read aloud this year. The storyteller walked into the room. She wore a cat costume and had green eyes that seemed to glow with excitement. "Hello, children," she purred. Purred? She purred! No, 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 no! Scarlet stared at the librarian. Lagrita. Lagrita smiled. Today's story is by a young author who lives in St. Paul, and it's called Lagrita, the Black Cat. Scarlet wanted to run but couldn't. Suddenly, the lights went out. Toddlers cried and teenagers cheered at the spookiness. Scarlet heard the other librarians' scared voices, but all she could see were a pair of green, glowing eyes.